Happy Monday and welcome to another money morning routine. Okay, really, I was actually surprised on how much was not happening, especially it being at Monday. And this is the time I usually track the spending from over the weekend, but I just did not have anything going on. We did host a Friendsgiving on Saturday, but it was a potluck style and I already had the turkey. And the turkey is what the dish that we were doing. So really didn't spend anything for that. Spent all day Sunday doing laundry and cleaning up the house. So didn't really go out and do anything for that. So just surprising. But life insurance did come out. You can see it right here out of my checking account. I had no cash spending. So I'm going to add this bill and write it down here on my budget. So now the only thing that I have to worry about coming out is the YouTube TV for $83. You can see that's going to bring me right down to $1,000 for my checking account cushion, which is exactly where I want to be. Now, if we look at November, I'm going to bring you to the calendar. Closing out the budget this month is going to be a little tricky because right now it is the 25th. So I want to close out, I'm thinking on the 29th right here, which is Black Friday. It's the day after Thanksgiving. I'm pretty sure that the banks are going to be open. Now, if I don't do it on Friday, my bank is not open on the weekends, which means I'm going to have to push it until the 1st or Monday, which is going to be the 2nd of December. I really don't want to be closing out my budget into the new month. I'd rather do it early in the current month. So I was thinking about 29th. Now, if I don't do it 29th, it means I'd have to do it the 27th, which is Wednesday of this week. So I'm just thinking about when to close out my budget. Speaking of closing out my budget, I do have everything prepped and ready for that. I have my monthly budget category breakdown ready and prepped. The only thing I have to do is add in my budget here. I did start working on my December calendar a little bit more. I got my variable spending done here. So when I spend for vacation, I have $5,000 up here in my budget. I just write my vacation spending down here, my variable expenses. Remember, you have to account for that spending somewhere in your budget. Now, the next thing that I finished and got done, because I am hosting Thanksgiving, I got my meal plan shopping list completely done. Now, one of the things I wanted to mention about this is if you are working with a pretty strict and pretty tight budget. Now, I have quite a few dollars left in my food envelope. I could probably spend around $200, this is not even be close to that. So, but if you are wanting to know more of an average or more of a closer number to what you might spend on your shopping list, this is what I've done in the past. So I would once my shopping list is done, if I was say going to Fred Meyer, I would go to the Fred Meyer's website into their area where you can do grocery pickup. Now you're not actually going to add anything to your cart. You're just going to be looking at prices. So you would go through and you would write down the price of these things. So maybe in parentheses, and at the end you would total them up. That's going to give you a total of what you might be spending, a closer look of what you're going to be spending is for. Maybe it's not the average, but the closer number what you're going to be spending on that shopping list. Now you can do that with every single meal plan that you can create. You can do that with maybe just your holiday meal planning grocery list. I just know that doing that used to help me because then you can go through and decide, okay, this is definitely a want. It's not a need. I can get rid of that. I don't really need the shrimp tray, so I can get rid of that. You can start honing down your shopping list before you go to the store rather than making any reactional decisions, money decisions while you're at the store. The last thing you want to do is get there and be like, oh my gosh, I don't have enough money, and then start making reactionary decisions. Remember, our whole goal of doing all of this is to go from being a reactionary spender to an intentional spender. We want to bring back that control in our lives as being able to intentionally choose what we do with our money instead of reacting to events, situations, or emotions. So I got that done. I'm going to be doing that. Hopefully, I should be going grocery shopping tomorrow. That's my goal. Because if we look at November, I'm just going to go back to my calendar here. Yeah, it will have to be either tomorrow or Wednesday that I do that. So that is